Good day, people. I'm going to present some rules of conduct. The channel will discuss only free software and open source ideas or implementations, and in needed circumstances will discuss alternatives to be considered in replacing existing proprietary implementations. Please do not use or relicense the information provided on this channel to be implemented later in proprietary environments, because as the standard copyright enforces non-disclosure agreements, according to the same legal logic, copyleft can enforce full disclosure of information, software, or other types of implementations. This channel was envisioned around the four basic freedoms that are the foundation for free software. So because of that, I am going to explain the four freedoms which are not going to be discussed nor debated. They are only to be applied, at least on this channel. I am not allowed to care what someone does on their own platforms regarding their rights. Regarding the four freedoms that define the free software principle, these freedoms are simple and are as follows. Freedom 0 is the freedom to run the program as you wish for any purpose. The freedom 1 is the freedom to study how the program works and change it so it does your computing as you wish. The freedom 2 is the freedom to redistribute copies so you can help your neighbor or everybody else. The freedom 3, and the last one, is the freedom to distribute copies of your modified versions to others. The license types accepted in the discussions on this channel are as follows. The Creative Commons Type 0, or in short CC0, resembles somehow the public domain license, but unlike the public domain, the CC0 license still tracks the original author for recognition for those who wish to do so. The next type of license is BY, which means by attribution. The next license that is going to be accepted throughout our discussions is the by attribution share alike, which is shortened BY-SA. And of course the GPL licenses that offer similar freedoms but for software for this time, such as GPL v2, v3, and others that are compatible with those. As another rule, please do not place any restrictive relicensing on software or hardware which are governed by free licenses, so that freedoms get restricted and in the end others will not be able to use the said software or implementation, then post it on the channel as a video response in the comments or on other channels. It will be considered sabotage and it will be dealt legally at that point. An easy example are the so-called reactors and such fake endorsements, etc. April Fool jokes or other types of similar social misconducts are not going to be present on the channel nor tolerated from users. If you want to be involved in such interactions, please find another channel specialized in accepting that type of behavior. There are many on the platform to choose from. This one is about how I am going to answer, or we are going to answer, a question. The right way is through an intelligent question. So intelligent questions will be answered if they cover a practical use in the free software and open source community. As a short explanation of the issue would basically be that an intelligent question is composed of a statement that shows some self-documentation about the matter, or a statement which must be true from the asker that he, she, they, it, or other gender didn't find anything related about the matter asked, of course followed by the question itself. When you think about the question that needs a solution, you need to search wherever some key points so you know what to ask about said subject. You know, in books, videos, live chat, etc. The video resolution on the channel is not going to be changed to a higher resolution unless you can prove undoubtedly that every being capable of using a video playback media device and following this channel has a device and internet connection that can play back said resolution without performance or frame drop issues. Of course, you cannot do that because some of us actually use Pentium dual core based PCs. For the screen reading purposes, the minimum resolution that seems to be acceptable is 720p. Please do not insist on higher resolution uploads from reasons stated above, which I believe that are humanely reasonable. In extreme cases, a downloader of preferred choice can be used if the internet connection is too choppy, for example. I will leave this subject at that because YouTube in this particular case. The trolls, cyberbullies, or other similar type of interacting users are going to be avoided as much as possible with the unspoken thought of take a hike, buzz off, or in extreme circumstances go fiddle your violin or something. Generally at that point you are a pig, or so depending on the gender these days. If you lowered yourself at this type of interaction, but let's not offend the poor animal because you are worse than it at that point, and the discussion ends there for you. About politics on the channel, my take on the matter is that there isn't such thing as politics. There are only administrative issues that need to be solved. If free-minded people are being oppressed and killed just for an alpha male or female and their special support group of goons to be kept on a throne, that is mass murder, be it intellectual or otherwise, and a humanitarian catastrophe which every human on this planet working in the law line of work is responsible for by not taking an appropriate stance about it. The rest is trolling and cyberbullying, which needs to be solved and sanctioned according to the letter of the law. About rants, the same thing applies here as the case of what is called an intelligent question. If the rant has a serious ground for which it manifests, please be kind enough to present the proof of the statement and the reasoning behind it. Those alone make it constructive and not a disservice to the internet world. If the rant is unfounded and the only intention is to stay in the channel, go to the 7th paragraph about molesters, cyberbullying, and similar type of interacting users sections in the video to see how this channel treats your kind. Harassment does not have any place on the channel or in anyone's mind and spirit, nor will be tolerated on this channel whatsoever. Not to be confused, of course, with some righteous rant that anyone might be completely entitled to express regarding some truly an exceptional situation that is debated, which of course, although not desirable for the balanced peace of mind, will be exonerated of any drastic sanctions that are normally taken. I'm not going to be a beta tester for any convenience company that sells proprietary products for the sake of sending in the platform's fame algorithm, or any of my collaborators for that matter when dealing with me relating to my channel. It's been done by others and ended up with ruined integrity for those who did it. In other words, didn't work too well, lads. So drop it. Subterfugely turning the free software, open source terms, or wording and principles against me won't work either. For example, I have seen the following premise floating on some forums. If the software is free and I can do whatever I want with it as free software, license states, it can be relicensed as the public domain one. At this juncture, it means that you intentionally missed the whole point of the free software principles altogether. What you are telling me basically is that I should allow you to handcuff me and the rest of the world just because the free software allows freedom. As an explanation, the most important thing that free software allows is the same freedoms for everybody and nothing else. The same freedoms are transferred with the license, which you also retain a copy of, and the ruling is made by the license itself that was written and not by the people themselves anymore. The people are only left to apply and where needed to enforce the rules of it, just like in the standard copyright environment. Regarding the subject above, I am going to report the blatant sabotage and misuse of the Creative Commons or GPL license types applied on different works I stumble upon the internet, and wrongfully of course, and post that on the channel for everyone else to see and also to be educated regarding the matter. Please do not wrongfully mix different types of social movements or different types of social rules with the wrong type of situation and expect a forgiving answer. That's an utter blatant sabotage attempt on the channel, and the troll or group of trolls that entertains in such behavior will be dealt legally. On a more personal side of things, if one of the expensive equipment that I own fails from own initiative or stupidity, I'll leave to you the responsibility to attribute either to whom or which. My career in showbiz, being a star, being a hotshot and all of that, ends swiftly, abruptly, and of course literally. If such unexpected point is reached, crossing my fingers not to happen, no videos will be uploaded on the channel anymore. Reason being, boredom and expensiveness are not intrinsically charmed between one another, and they repel according to physics, unless other dimensions get involved, of course. If lots of people subscribe in acknowledgement to the mission of the channel, A musical mix will be entertained throughout the video uploads, probably at the end of each video, under one of the Creative Commons type of license, of course. The mission of the channel will be discussed in the second clip that will be posted at a later date. And don't forget, the only true friend you've got is yourself. Please comment, subscribe, and be a good person.